Sounding exquisite.
Oh shit, we back again. What's up, what's happening? Come to the party and bring a friend. Fuck it, I'm bringing 10. Ooh, trying to chat a 10. Big boy trying to chat a 10. She said I was catchy. I said, yo, tap him in.
Touchdown!
Double cup, wow, I stuck smile when I puff loud. I touch clouds, catching touchdowns in my mind now, cause I'm zoned out. On a porch couch in the iCloud. 2 coughs and I'm back now. 2 coughs and I'm packed out. Somebody give me a drink before I gotta sit down. I'm making hits now with a smooth style.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin' Peters, coming to you live with the Dr. Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we are here to talk some NFL football on a Tuesday. It was a insane week 1 of the NFL. A stat that kind of breaks it down is 12 out of the 16 games that were played came down to 1 score, less than 8 points, and only 1 game even got to the 8-point threshold. I think 6 out of 12 were within 4 points.
And the other 4 games were complete blowouts.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's insane. The only 4 teams to win that didn't win by only a score were the Commanders, the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Packers. Which, if you think about last season and you're looking at this season, you're like, there's 1 of 2 thoughts. You're like, well, who are they playing? That's a big one. And for a couple of these teams, you're like, okay, Commanders, Giants, Jags, Panthers, Colts, Dolphins. Then you get the Packers playing the Lions, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of games to talk about. 16 to be exact. Week 1, everyone's touching the field, all 32 teams. And I mean, the first game that we're going to talk about, one of the first games of the day, giving us one of the first absolute bangers of the NFL season.
Yep.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Atlanta Falcons. This game was, I mean, it was a banger, dude. Anytime you have a game come to the absolute wire, you're gonna have a good game. 23-20, that kind of score line. Yeah, you're gonna have it's a good game.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the more underrated storylines of this game is just how good the Bucs rushing defense was. The Falcons had 28 carries for 69 yards, 2.5 yards a carry with 1 rushing touchdown. And that was Michael Penix who ran in that touchdown. I mean, Bijan Robinson, he still had a hell of a day. He had 6 catches for 100 yards on the ground and a touchdown. It was Michael Penix's only throwing touchdown. And then on the other side, Baker Mayfield, and I think he found a new favorite target. It's almost like we said this exact thing was going to happen, Riley. Emeka Egbuka, the rookie out of Ohio State, 4 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, shouts to Emeka Egbuka for saving my fantasy football team. Love you, Besitos. And Mike Evans, dude. 5 catches, 51 yards. Gave me a solid, consistent 5. But, dude, you're so right. Baker Mayfield. And, like, he threw for 167 yards in the whole game, and 67 of them were to Emeka Egbuka. Like, there's not many more quotes that you need from me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, 2/3 of almost their whole stuff. Yeah, like a third of their whole yardage almost comes from Emeka Egbuka.
This is just one of those games, like, I don't know, man. I mean, Penix played well. He didn't turn the ball over. But it's just, I feel like the Atlanta Falcons have too much talent on paper to consistently blow these games and lose these games. They started out really well last year. Yeah. They actually beat the Bucs twice. One of them was an overtime thriller.
Yeah.
But they still didn't win the division because they completely collapsed down the stretch. And it's just, they have too much talent to constantly come up short like this.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
mean, I will
you know,
say it did.
mhm.
It did come down to Young Hoku missing a field goal in the last seconds,
Yeah.
like the waning seconds. Like Michael Penix had some ice in his vein to get them into field goal range, and it was good field goal range. I'll go back to it, but like, I mean, it's not like Michael Penix didn't Aaron Rodgers Young Hoku and make him kick a 60-yarder to win this, dude.
Yeah.
Like a 44-yard attempt in the NFL is look how I mean, he got him down to like the 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah, like they have a lot. They should be really putting up, but Tampa Bay's a good squad. And like you said, dude, they could not run the ball against Tampa Bay.
No. They made him one-dimensional, which is why Michael Penix had to throw 42 times.
Yeah. Michael Penix, though, taking advantage of throwing 42 times, 27 for 42 for 298, a touchdown, only took 1 sack. I mean, you can't really ask much more for the young quarterback when you can't get the run game going. Like the consistency that he brought to this team, it shows good signs for the team as a whole. I mean, Bijan Robinson, though, tearing up the Buccaneers. They weren't going to let him run, but he said, it doesn't matter. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch the ball. I'm going to get in the end zone. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, man. The Bucks, they lost to the Falcons twice last year. This is a huge game because they go on the road into Atlanta, and now not only are they 1-0, but they're 1-0 in the division against the team that a lot of people think could compete for the NFC South.
Yeah.
And to go on the road and get this win, this is huge. And I mean, dog, like you said, Mike Evans, he had a decent day, nothing crazy. They're still waiting on Chris Godwin to get back, but Emeka Ibuka has a hell of a debut.
Yeah, dude. He lived up to the hype, man. Lived up to that first round pick. Mike Evans, he did his own consistent thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and this is without Tristan Wirfs, by the way. Remember that.
True. They're down. Not just a offensive tackle, one of the best offensive tackles.
Yes.
So,
man.
Yeah, you're right, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go down the list. Gotta make a quick stop talking about the Bengals pulling out the absolute thread. 17-16, a 1-point game out of the Bengals. Dude, this game was ugly.
It was incredibly ugly. The Bengals, I don't know why, but under Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow, the Bengals historically always start off really, really slow. And it typically leads to losses. So the fact that you were able to start off like this and still come away with the win is huge. And the defense was able to get 2 turnovers. We didn't see that at all last year. They constantly lost all of these games last year. They were in games like this all year, and they constantly came up short. So if you're a Bengals fan, I know it's not pretty, but you got the win, and you're 1-0 in the division now. And Joe Burrow's only going to heat up. I mean, look at this, dude. T. Higgins had 3 catches for 33 yards. Jamar Chase had 2 for 26. Noah Fant had the only touchdown. Yeah. That's crazy.
It is. No, it's insane. And on top of that, just to talk about the Browns, we saw this game. Neither team could run the ball. That just wasn't happening this game. It was insane. And at the end of the day, it comes down to Joe Burrow taking care of the football. Joe Flacco was slinging it all around, but it felt like in big moments, 2 turnovers, dude, 2 picks. In a game that ended up being 17-16, I can point and tell you exactly what lost you the game.
It's the turnovers, man. Also, I do want to shout out Dylan Sampson.
Yeah.
The rookie. Yep. He had a bunch of catches. Dylan Sampson, 8 for 64. Yeah. And also 12 carries for 29 yards. I was shocked they went with Dylan Sampson as much as they did because he was, I believe, a 4th-round rookie.
Yeah.
No, 4th-round draft pick. But I mean, we said it. He was one of the more underrated players in college football last year.
Yeah. I mean, you do get your running backs rounds 2 to 4. Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, traditionally in the draft, 2 to 4 is where you find them backs. And, they got a whole – I mean, they also have Raheem Sanders in that room. He got a touchdown.
Jerome Ford.
Yeah.
Quinshon Judkins.
Quinshon, which we didn't see, I don't even think at all. He's not –
No.
Obviously, he's not on the – yeah, no.
He's dealing with some legal issues.
That's right. Yeah. I was like trying to remember. I was like, is he hurt? No, that's what it is.
No.
I was about to say I don't remember an injury. But yeah, no, overall, neither team could run the ball. And when it came down to the quarterbacks, though he only had 113 yards, I think Joe Burrow is just the better quarterback. In a Joe Burrow's the better one.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, the Bengals, they're gonna heat up. They always heat up. Yeah. The fact that they're 1-0 in the division right now is huge.
Now we'll say this game did also come down to an absolute shanked kick.
But hey, man, the Bengals, they didn't catch any of those breaks last year.
No,
they already got one.
It's just honestly, the only reason I'm pointing this out because this team plays both ways a lot today.
Yeah.
There is, I mean, honestly, that's a stat I should have went and collected. The amount of walk-off field goal attempts, like for better or for worse, attempts, there was a good handful.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, dude, this was a great game. Just not much. It was one of those games where you're watching and you're just like, this game sucks.
You know what other game sucks?
You know what other team sucks? The Dolphins. Yeah. Let's talk about them.
Bro, they want it colder. The Colts, they played in a dome, dude. That was the problem. They really want it colder.
Yeah, they got north. They are all the way up in Indianapolis. They got north, but it just wasn't cold enough for them. So
it wasn't cold enough.
I mean, 33-8. The Indianapolis Colts, led by Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. What? What is 33 points? What? I mean, I'm blaming Tua for first and for all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like 2 interceptions. He was under a lot of heat all night long.
They were bad interceptions, too.
He was hitting dudes at – I mean, he had a dropping back defensive lineman. I mean, yeah, no, this is –
is this the linebacker pick, I think?
Yep. It's not even, is it? I'm pretty sure it's a D end. It's this guy right here. Yeah, it's 9'7". That's not a linebacker. That's a D end.
Where is he throwing to?
Hey, how do you not see a defensive end? You know how big an NFL defensive end? For all you out there that listening that don't know, like, comment, and subscribe. An NFL defensive end is probably 6'4" to 6'6", 240 pounds. Like, and he just
240 to 260.
True, 240 to 260. I mean, he hits a Michael Jackson moonwalk back about 10 yards. Look, and he's just right to him.
He's just reading the quarterback.
And the quarterback's not reading him, apparently. I don't know.
No.
This is such a bad
Tua telegraphed that throw the whole. I mean, look, he's just staring down the receiver. Where are you throwing that ball?
Wait, are you saying he's Tua Telegrapha?
Yeah. He's either that or Tua turned the ball over.
I mean, he's both of them, dude. He's got lots of names. He's a man of many names.
He's a man of many names.
But
and did you see, by the way, did you see what Mike McDaniel said in the post game?
He was probably
He said the one good thing is that we know it can't get worse. Mike McDaniel, I'm here to tell you, it can always get worse.
It can definitely get worse, dude. Tua had a touchdown. You guys scored this game.
Exactly.
It can get worse. You cannot score.
I think I need to. I mean, bro, a lot of people have been talking about the Saints being a shoo-in for the number 1 overall pick. The Dolphins might be that team, man. This thing could really crash and burn in a hurry.
I think There's a couple other teams in their way of that, but I don't think you're wrong. But let's move on. It'd be sick if it was next. No, it's not. All right, it's gonna be down a little bit. Yeah, I think the Panthers are the team in the way of that.
I mean, that's a good call. But I
Uh,
mean, bro, you lost to Daniel Jones.
no. You made Daniel Jones look like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, going 22 for 29 for 272 and a touchdown and a rushing touchdown. 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not looking good in Miami right now.
No, sir, not at all. All right.
Tyreek Hill is already pissed off. Like,
oh yeah, well, he was pissed off when he was driving to the stadium.
Yeah.
All right, we got back-to-back 20-13 games, which is just crazy. Of course, the first of those being Raiders versus Patriots. The Raiders sneaking out a win. This is Geno Smith putting up a stat line. Let's just say that.
It's crazy, man. Geno Smith the last few years has been one of the most underrated and underappreciated quarterbacks in the league. Like Pete Carroll just knows how to get the best out of him.
Look at that, dude. Wide open on a 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
To the end zone. I don't get how you let that happen. I mean, this was such a back and forth game. I mean, these are 2 very good teams. I mean, I think both these teams are going to surprise this year, especially compared to last year.
I agree.
Oof.
That's a bad throw. You can't.
That. You can't. I mean, he got cracked as he threw it.
But if you're going to throw that ball, you have to throw it on a line.
You're going to throw that ball. You need to throw it a second faster. Because he literally gets cracked right as he throws it, and that's why all that floats on it.
Like Drake May, he obviously has talent, but he still has things to work on.
Yeah. But honestly, like in this one, dude, if he gets his ball out a second faster, doesn't let Max Crosby crack him, it's actually
that's Max Crosby.
I think it's very impressive that this ball gets here when he got hit. If this dude's not here behind him, which he is, and it's a pick, but like any other situation, if they don't have that guy behind there, that's just an incompletion. Dude, I said that they're just gonna will Genty to success, and I saw a lot of that, dude. 19 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown along a 9. I mean, they were feeding him relentlessly, and their offensive line. I think if they keep this is their plan and they keep doing this, they just keep relentlessly feeding Genty like 19 times a game. Their offensive line is going to get better at it, man. Like you can't run that many reps of just hard nose in your face run blocking and not get better.
Yeah.
And then on the passing side,
it's Pete Carroll. Like you said, man, these are 2 very similar coaches with very similar philosophies, Mike Vrabel and Pete Carroll, and they've had a lot of success with it. They're going to grind the ball and pound the ball.
Yeah.
And then they're going to hit you with play actions.
Yeah. And
that's
Brock Bowers, dude.
He got hurt, man. Yeah. I mean, he still balled out.
I mean, he put up 103 yards before he got hurt. He made sure to leave with a statement.
On 5 catches.
Yeah, dude. That's insane.
Did you see his catch on the wheel route?
Oh, yeah. Is that? Oh, no, it's not him. That hurts.
But he had a beautiful sideline catch on a wheel route. Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, him being questionable for them is a big, big worry for that entire organization.
He is their go-to target for Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And, hopefully it's not too serious.
And then let's talk, Max Crosby, dude, 2 tackles, tackle for a loss, a sack, a pass deflection, and 2 quarterback hits.
It's almost like he's really good at football.
Almost. Mate.
Like Max Crosby is one of those dudes. I feel like a lot of casual football fans might not know who he is just because he plays for the Raiders.
Yeah.
But he's one of the best edge rushers in the league. Like we had him in our top 10, didn't we?
We
of the
did. No, he's.
non-quarterbacks. Yeah.
I mean, one of the best. But we got to
Yeah.
talk about the counterpart on the Patriots, Harold Landry III. I mean, he was all over the field. 2.5 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, 4 QB hits, 5 tackles on top of it. I mean, he was everywhere.
He used to play for the Titans, and Mike Vrabel said, "Nope, I'm gonna take you with me."
Yep. He's coming with me.
Yep.
And then, interceptions. It was a pick party. Everyone got invited. Both teams throwing an interception.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just a more consistent, I guess, explosive game out of the Raiders. I think that's really what did it. I mean, there was a lot of 3-and-out football in between scores here, but I think the Raiders they did a better job of being more consistently explosive and getting points. Obviously they had to kick a couple field goals in there, but especially in the second half, dude, once they lit up in the second half, I mean, yeah, they were all over them. Only allowed a field goal in the second half is crazy.
These are two very similar teams. I mean, you even look at, their third down rate, their third down success rate. The Raiders were 5 of 13. The Patriots were 4 of 14. They were each 1 of 1 on fourth down. So these are two very similar teams. I just think, like you said, the Raiders have a little bit more explosive firepower with Brock Bowers. Like the Patriots, I mean, man, they're relying on Travion Henderson to be that guy. And he's really their only real explosive. I mean,
I don't know, man. I feel like you see, I see what you're saying, Lockport dude. I mean, but I think the Bills kind of got to be worried. There's a lot of teams that want their back, and I mean, Mike Vrabel is a great coach, and I have a feeling he didn't show anything in his hand, and they put a lot of pressure on the Raiders. Like, if they can get their offense to play 2 halves of football, like, I don't know, the Patriots are going to be a mean team.
I thought the Patriots, like, they kind of did what I expected them to do. They don't have a lot of offensive firepower, like we said. The Jets really surprised me.
Yep.
I mean, they looked really good. Justin Fields looked really good. Dare I say he looked better than Caleb Williams? We'll get to that later.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the Dolphins, they looked like a shit show. But based on a lot of the offseason stuff, Tyreek Hill not wanting to be there, Tyreek Hill talking shit about Tua, the Lions joint practice where the Lions said it was the worst practice they've ever been a part of, talking about the Dolphins and how just not physical they are at all. I think you could probably see this. You could see the Dolphins season kind of spiraling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the Patriots and the Jets, I mean, there's a lot of optimism, I think, around those two teams. But obviously the Bills are still the team to beat in the AFC East.
For sure. No, they're the ones with the target on the back. See how they got to play their season accordingly. That's always a fun position to be the big dog with the target on your back.
And Lockport, dude, if you haven't already, and if you really enjoyed the Trash Talk Tailgate, please like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Cardinals Saints, the Spencer Rattler game. I mean, he did all right. He went out there. He didn't turn the ball over. Obviously, they didn't score a touchdown, but Alvin Kamara got one on the ground. I mean, they were moving the ball. He just didn't throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they got a really good. I just don't know how the fucking Cardinals did it. Like, they just put the real fact is they just put the ball in the end zone.
They just, and that's it. The Cardinals, they were 6 of 13 on third down. The Saints were 5 of 14. And it's just when it comes down to, and then also the Saints had 13 penalties for 89 yards. That's gonna kill you.
That's gonna murder you.
That's gonna absolutely.
They did have a lot of laundry, dude. A lot of dirty laundry out there. I thought it was just parts of the uniform falling off. Those unis were kind of ugly. I
mean, I think, I know It is. The Cardinals' schedule is very much favorable. But I thought another key thing that I was really happy to see, and if you're a fantasy football guy, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Kyler Murray actually threw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. today.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, there would be games where he just didn't throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Hey man, this is one game. You don't know. There might be other games.
Yeah.
You don't
But I
know
mean,
what
the
you're gonna
fact
get, but
that he
you're
did
right.
it week 1, that's encouraging.
That's a good sign, dude. Yeah,
It
dude.
is.
And I mean, yeah, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Trey McBride. What else do they need, man? Trey Benson and James Conner in the backfield. I mean, they've got just enough weapons, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're in a good spot where they truly are. They just enough weapons. They got 2 pretty good running backs that can do some damage, and a couple of wide receivers. Obviously, the running backs out of Trey Benson and Connor out of the backfield as receivers as well. I feel like they got just enough weapons. It's an interesting spot to be in.
They're just kind of one of those teams that not a lot of people talk about, but they have talent kind of across the board. They've done a good job of improving their offensive line. You know, they have a good I'm not going to say a great defense. They have a good defense led by one of the more underrated defenders in the league, Budda Baker. No one talks about Budda Baker.
Yo, Buddha's a monster too, man.
He's
so
a
consistent.
monster.
He doesn't allow big plays, and if he gives up shots, he chases to the end zone, sometimes making incredible plays in the happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Budda Baker, dude. That guy's a great player. That's a monster out there.
He had 10 tackles today.
Dude.
Including a tackle for loss.
deflection.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, Budda is an absolute
and then
maniac.
I guess for the Saints, my one last point to bring up about them is one thing that we didn't see from them that was such a paramount piece of their success when they were successful a few years ago is Alvin Kamara in the passing game. I mean, he's touted as one of the best receiving backs in the NFL, at least in his prime. And they only target him twice.
Yeah.
I mean,
2 catches for 12 yards.
Yeah, they only targeted him twice, you know, like I feel like that's something that's going to develop. You can obviously he's been injured, and you know it's been a long road to get him back on the football field. And they, 11 carries. They were giving him the rock. They were trying not to get him hurt, but they were giving him the rock. And I think you'll see that expand in the next few weeks. And I think if he can get going with Juwan Johnson and Chris Olave around him, and Rashid Shaheed, who had, a couple really good games before getting hurt last year.
He's a really good deep threat.
Yeah, he is. I mean, they've got some good wide receivers. And once Alvin Kamara and Rattler and that offense kind of, once they gel together and they can find him in the passing game, I mean, they're going to take a step in potency.
So Riley, just, to go back to Lockport, dude, he talked about the Cardinals schedule. Let's go look at their schedule real quick because they've got the Panthers next week. They go at San Francisco after that. Then they play the Seahawks. The Seahawks didn't look that good, to be honest. Then they play the Titans. Then they go at the Colts. We really don't know what the Colts are going to be just yet based on one sample, a one data point.
Definitely not from the Dolphins.
Like they go home to the Packers. That'll be really tough. At the Cowboys, we don't really know what the Cowboys will be. At the Seahawks again, another division game. Then they play the Niners and the Jaguars. So yeah, like that front half of the schedule is very manageable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very manageable. Yeah, dude. Arizona's got a cupcake of a schedule because they're playing in a division that's not the strongest.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of 2 strong divisions, though, if these 2 teams have anything to say about what their divisions are going to look like, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets, delivering an absolute classic, dude. The Battle of the Rodgers. The Aaron Rodgers fights himself.
It's just, dog, Riley, we should have known. The Jets are cursed. We should have known that Aaron Rodgers was going to have his best game in MetLife as not playing for the Jets.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude. Only
You
Aaron
know?
Rodgers could have the best game in a stadium he played for a year, technically 2, but a year. and the best game be not with them, with a lower level rival, but a rival nonetheless.
Yeah.
But
I
I mean, this game was insane, dude. This was such a great back and forth game.
He turned back the clock, man. He looked like vintage MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, it was who knew, right? Who knew? Who could have guessed it? Who knew? But he had some great throws, some very consistent plays. I mean, boom. And their offense isn't complex, man. There's a lot of quick throws, play
Yeah.
action.
Easy read, levels concepts, get them out on the perimeter. I
Yep.
mean, look at that's just a corner route
Yeah.
off of play action. Like that
And
that is
then-
this very simple route. It's a very simple concept. You know?
It is,
and
dude.
that's yeah.
We were talking about it, a minute ago, how many of these games came down to a field goal. But none of the game-winning field goals from this week can even touch Chris Boswell. 60-yard attempt.
Did you see what Mike Tomlin said after the game about Chris
Ooh.
Boswell?
What'd he say?
He said he's a serial killer.
I mean, yeah, dude. To be that icy, you gotta be. And
I mean, I think we need to give the Jets credit, man. I mean, they had a chance to win this game. You know, Justin Fields played really well.
I mean,
Yeah,
dude, the amount of back and forth in this game, for it to come down to like a 60-yard field goal, it was insane, dude. This whole game was really kind of a joy to watch. It was just, so much back and forth. Shouts Brees Hall busting 100 yards rushing, something that's not commonly done these days in the NFL.
Especially against that Steelers defense.
Yeah. And the Steelers defense, man, only one sack. They got 6 tackles for loss, but they came up when it mattered. That's for sure at the end, dude. 6 quarterback hits, 4 pass deflections. But the Jets defense, dude, 4 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. Maybe you probably blame a little bit of the sack, the increase in sack number on the lack of mobility out of Aaron Rodgers. Justin Fields is a hella mobile quarterback. You give him a chance to cut you, he's going to do it.
And look, man, they ran read option concepts with him and Brees Hall. They ran RPOs to get Justin Fields out on the perimeter for short, easy throws and easy completions. Like, if they just keep doing what they're doing, this is going to be a tough offense to stop. Like, Justin Fields, he looked comfortable. He looked good. They gave him things that he's very comfortable with. And, like, Brees Hall and Justin Fields, Justin Fields is a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
And
they're both
that's tough to stop, man. Like, it's like a poor man's Lamar Derrick Henry.
No, it's funny. It kind of is. It's funny. And it took a very good Steelers defense. I'll give them that credit for sure. It took a very good Steelers defense. Everything they had on the final drive to really stop them. It
took Jalen Ramsey blowing Garrett Wilson up,
dude,
and forcing him to drop a ball because if he catches it, it's a first down.
Yeah, they're rolling,
and the Jets are still alive. That's a great play by Jalen Ramsey,
especially on a 4th and 3. Time's running out. It's wide open. Boom, Jalen Ramsey. They made the trade for him, and it paid off. Game 1, 4th quarter, and a win. What a hit, dude. What a hit.
Yeah. And now these Jets, they have to go, they have another home game like Lockhart, Lockport dude said, against the Bills. They play Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. Like, the it's really, as a defensive coach, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's really hard to stop mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
not
like
only do you
Parkgate's
have the
correct.
read option aspect, but you also have the RPO where not only can the quarterback run the ball, but he can also throw glance routes. And he's
course.
reading those linebackers not only in the run game, but in the pass game. It's really
Yeah.
hard to defend.
And I mean, let's not forget the very classic play action boot.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw, it's so much. When you got a quarterback that is that talented, it's a lot to deal with. And
It's
Lockport,
tough,
dude, is
man.
correct, dude. Bills do have to go back to back on mobile QBs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen,
And
that's how the NFL plays out.
Sean McDermott, man, I mean, they struggled with Lamar, so they gotta find a way to at least try to slow down Justin Fields because I mean, he'll kill you if you give him run lanes, he will kill you. Take the over. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all.
Definitely take the over.
Look, man, this Jets offense, I was really pleasantly surprised. I thought they were going to be better just because I thought they were doing all the right things that competent teams do, like investing in the trenches, paying their guys early. They got Garrett Wilson locked up. They got Sauce Gardner locked up. They're doing things competent organizations do. And, so I thought that was going to pay off. And they looked a lot better than even I thought they would, man.
They look
I'm
great.
excited for these Jets. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Let's hope they don't crash. All right. Moving on.
Yep.
We have the Giants and the Commanders. I mean, this is, big game for me. First game for the Commanders. First time we get to see the new defense. First time we get to see, the offense with some new weapons built in. I'm at this point convinced Dan Quinn was trolling the internet when they put Jackery Croskett Merritt, aka Bill, as running back 4 in the depth chart coming into this. Because 10 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. He saw a lot of use. We saw him out of the backfield. He got one target, but you saw him run a lot of routes out of the backfield. I mean, he was all over the place. Him, Eck, Jeremy McNichols, the running back room, you really saw the work. Obviously, you get the Deebo Samuels touchdown, but the stat of the game for me is a 50% pressure rate on Giants passing plays. I mean, the defense was everywhere they could be. I mean, they're bringing heat every chance they got.
It's almost like that's all they've invested properly in is the D-line.
Yeah.
They've got 4 first-round draft picks on that defensive line. I don't think people really comprehend that.
Yeah, dude. No,
4 first-round draft picks.
Yeah. No. The Giants, dude, the amount of pressure that Giants defensive line got. Oh, there's the Bill touchdown. I do want to talk the first drive, man. We put the first 7 on the board. And obviously it took us a while to get back there. I mean, and that's once again shouts to that Giants defensive line. I mean, they were playing incredibly well for a lot of this game. There's a lot of 4-and-out football in this, but dude, this Zach Ertz, just the plays that we were making just to get to the chance, and then Zach Ertz lining up on a 2nd and 5 and just getting it. I mean, that was awesome. And then Jackery Croskett Merritt, he sees it. I'm sure that this is.
It's a wagon.
It is a wagon, dude. Giants
it's a wagon.
There's a lot of them, and they're big boys. So I'm sure that this was supposed to be a power, right? Like right here. Like you can even see the hole kind of develop.
Yeah.
But the eyes of Bill, the rookie, the 6th round rookie, with the vision and the confidence to say, nah, I'm going to take it to the edge and I'm going to walk it in. I mean, that's great play out of him. And then I think the flip side, man, they tried, but Russ was getting smacked. Neighbors, I mean, this was like one of the best plays they had of the day, and that was just Neighbors making an amazing play. Oh, this is the 19-yard touchdown rush from Deebo Samuel off of a little wheel, like a little orbit wheel motion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the Commanders, dude, Jaden Daniels, he threw for 233 yards. Yeah, dude, this gash at the end. I thought this was a touchdown. I mean.
Look at Bill. And then
Packers versus Commanders Thursday is going to be a playoff preview. It's going to be an insane matchup, man.
that's a little family sibling rivalry, isn't it, Riley?
That is, yeah. That's between me and my sister. It's both of our favorite teams.
Yep.
This year, it looks like two towers that are going to battle.
And then just on the flip side, man, I just want to talk about the Giants. First of all, they're not a very good football team. For a long time, they went from having Saquon Barkley, their only offensive weapon. They trade him and they draft Malik, or they let Saquon walk. Excuse me. They didn't trade him. They let him walk. And they draft Malik Neighbors. So they go from having one good offensive weapon and no offensive line just to having another one good offensive weapon with still no offensive line. And their offense is awful. Like, you can't blame Russ. I mean, I get it. He was 17 of 37, but their offensive line is terrible. They averaged 3 yards a carry. That's just no.
I mean, they fed Tyrone Tracy 10 times and he got 24 yards.
That's insane. 2.4 yards per average. Like, no. And I'm sorry, man, but like the Giants, they've invested so heavily in the D-line, but they've completely neglected the other side of the ball. You have to invest in both sides of the trenches to be a consistent, good football program. And then the other thing, I get it. I know a lot of fans want Jackson Dart to start over Russ, but just look at the Giants' schedule real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go. They have this schedule.
As we go to make
brutal.
this point, I want to make one point while we're still in here and we can look at this. The leading rusher on the team was Russell Wilson with 44 yards. And most of those were him escaping the pocket as the Commanders' pressure, collapsed on him.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for Russ, that offense would have looked way more stagnant. Now continue on your point.
So let's just look at this schedule real quick. So they already lost at the Commanders. Okay, we get that. They're probably going to lose at the Cowboys. Then they go home. They come home to play the Chiefs. Then they play the Chargers at home, who just beat the Chiefs. You get maybe a little bit of a break at the Saints, but that's still a really tough place to play.
Yeah.
Then you go home versus the Eagles. Then at the Broncos and Mile High. That's always tough. At the Eagles. Look at that. Eagles, Broncos, Eagles.
Yeah,
this team is going to be beat to hell.
Yeah,
like,
dude, this is a defensive gauntlet. Because let's go just like you get Spagnuolo, you get the Chiefs defense or the Chargers defense, which was playing really well.
Yeah,
the Saints defense, which features Chase Young, Brian Brzee, like a really good defensive line that got 4 sacks this week.
How could you forget Kool-Aid?
Well, I'm just talking about the defensive line. I'm talking about the pressure, but you're right. They got Kool-Aid in the back. Then they go to the Eagles, one of the best defenses. I mean, at this point, we assume, but they did play pretty well. The Broncos, one of the best secondaries.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles again. Dude, the defensive, and then the 49ers. And then the Bears, whose defense looked pretty good for half a game. And then the Packers. And then the Lions. And then the Patriots. I mean, literally, dude, they're not. Yeah, it's goddamn, dude.
Ooh. What did the Giants do to piss off the NFL? Like, they've just sucked for so long. They're in the biggest media market in the entire country, and they've put dog shit products on the field year after year. So the NFL said, "Fuck you, fix it." And here's the thing. So my point is, a lot of fans want Jackson Dart to start. You cannot start Jackson Dart during this fucking gauntlet. You can't do it.
Nah, you can't.
So you got to play. You know who I think is at least going to give you a fighting chance? You got to play Jameis. You got to do it.
You got to let him come in, dude. You got to let him open up the crab shack in the sideline and serve him up hot. I agree, dude. I think throwing Jackson Dart, unless that kid is an absolute stud, I think that's a crazy idea. He's going to deal with a whole lot of pressure from some very good defensive coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're right, dude. Famous Jameis. There's only one guy that could throw 4 interceptions and 4 touchdowns. And honestly, the Giants might need some of that right now.
he still to this day has the craziest NFL stat line I've ever seen. The 30-30 vision. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but he's gonna at least air the ball out. Malik Neighbors, he was getting upset because Russ wasn't getting the ball. Malik Neighbors will get the ball with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis he's gonna throw it. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's fuck it, Malik down there somewhere.
So he's down there somewhere. But yeah, man, as a Commanders fan, I was happy with what the team did this week.
Yeah.
Our offense, it's week 1. We're playing a very good defense. Like, for that, putting up 21, controlling most of the game. We 3-and-out a good bit, but we usually got a first down before we did. Very rarely did we like true 3-and-out. We put some like 5-6 play drives together.
Yep.
And I feel like it's can only get better. Jaden, I mean, he looked great. Good running, 68 yards scrambling, 233 through the air. He did take some sacks. Offensive line's got to work on that. But once again, dude, what are you going to do? You got Brian Burns, you got Abdul Carter, you got Sexy Dexy, you got Kayvon Thibodeau. They're all coming every single play. Like, we gave up 3 sacks, man.
It's the best defensive line in football. I don't think that's a question.
Yeah, he did, though. Jameis did, though, for 5,100 yards in the 30th season. It's craziest season ever.
The 30-30 vision, Jameis Winston.
All right.
He just, yeah.
All right.
Lockport, dude, coming out with the stats, man. I love it.
As we're in this point, we'll reach a nice little halfway. We got to give you guys the TTT fantasy football update. It's very important. Very important. We got to let you guys know how the Trash Talk Tailgate Fantasy Football League is doing week 1. If you want to join it potentially next year, like, comment, subscribe, get involved.
Let us know.
Train. This is going to get great. But it's the TTT Fantasy League update. And your boy Riley Puddin Peters, I'm going to deliver it in place of Jazzy Jasper Green. The first exciting week. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Insert joke about Jazzy not being here.
Yeah.
The first exciting week of our league was wrought with highs and lows. Of course, me, your host, Puddin, the fantasy football team, we came out with a crushing defeat of longtime friend of the show, Shamar, and his team Run the Ball with a crushing 106.96 to 65.7 score. I mean, dude, my team, shouts to Mecca Ibuka. Shamar put in Joe Flacco, but we all should have known that Aaron Rodgers' best game was going to be in MetLife, but not as a Jet. There's no surprise there. The Jets are cursed.
Yep.
Speaking of curses, longtime TTT Fantasy League curse was broken this weekend, much to Jasper's chagrin, as Nick, friend of the show, also captain Andrew Luck on the league. He had never beaten him in the past 2 years until this week. Jasper should have put Bill in.
He should have put Bill in.
And Baker Mayfield, though he usually balls out, didn't give him enough for Jasper to buck up Nick. He just couldn't buck him up.
Couldn't buck him up.
He couldn't buck him up. And then, of course, one of the first guests of the TTT, the copious mind, Jay Sean, and his team that has the same name, they debuted with a big tick. I mean, last year, he kind of had the auto draft phantom curse him. And this year, he had a great crushing victory against the perfect storm. And you know it's a real redemption arc because a Falcons skill player actually did something. We're rooting for you, Jay Sean, unless you play one of us.
Yep.
Friend of the show, Jack Lee, did some dark voodoo magic to make sure Josh Allen, once again, he did some dark voodoo magic to make sure Josh Allen got him the win. Though the rest of his team is kind of dog shit, according to Preston.
It is.
Josh Allen carried him to a victory yet again. And his evil voodoo magic dominant arm talent got 38.76 points to lead Jack Lee over the Green Bay Chinooks. Sorry, Mo. Also, speaking of the defeats, the Eagles, they may have won their game, but the Fuzzy Navels, who relied their entire fantasy season on the Eagles, they did not do so well. The office at the Fuzzy Navels drafted about the entire Eagles roster, which put up a sad amount of points against the Super Bears, delivering friend of the show, Leah, her first ever fantasy victory. Congratulations, Leah. Me and the rest of the league really hope to see the Eagles don't rage quit. I don't want the Eagles to rage quit.
I really don't want the Eagles to rage quit.
And then, of
sad
course,
state of affairs.
We have our aviation specialist in the league, the Dallas Cowbras, putting the bruh in Dallas Cowbras.
Yeah.
Though they put up 96, which would have beaten most teams. Show me your TDs. Put up 106 and said, "Here's a bill. Shut up. I'll take it." It was a great game out of them. Highlighted Kyler Murray. Hey man, listen, Kyler Murray's a gamer, and he kept "show me your TDs" in the game. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, he was actually throwing the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Who'd have thought throwing to one of your best players will get you fantasy points?
It's crazy.
I mean, speaking of best players, speaking of elite players, speaking of elite players delivering sad results, Preston bet it all on Joe Shiesty, Lizard King Shiesty, and the Bungles for hire. They didn't do well. They're showing out against the Browns on Sunday, but appears he's still warming up. Shiesty is, and he only delivered a meager 8.62 points, sealing the Bungles for hire's defeat against a team called Bubbles Float, who I don't think any of us know who it is yet. Sad state of affairs. Oh, okay, that's cool. All right, sick.
Yeah, it's easy.
A sad state of affairs, just like the Bengals defense and O-line and management. And as always, the TTT is here to remind you, free Joe Shiesty. Get him out of there.
He just wants to play football at a really high level, and he wants to go home, and he wants to learn about fossils. That's what he wants to do.
All right. Well,
Lockport, dude, we hope you're still with us, man.
Yeah, dude, we appreciate you for sticking through. All right. Through that, let's do this one on a quick route. The Jaguars smacked the Panthers. I mean, I just so expected. I don't even got anything to say about it. The Jaguars did look all right, though. I mean, they really exploded in the second and then kind of cruised to the rest of the game.
The story of this was Travis Etienne.
Dude, 70-yard touchdown.
Emerged.
Yeah.
Like he
finally. Dude, we've been waiting for him to come out. And I think him coming into his person is the key to this team. I'm telling you. When his confidence goes, him and Sunshine, that Clemson connection, they were fucking teammates back then. And when his confidence was high, Trevor was playing out the ass. And I think you saw it this game. Titans at the Broncos. The Broncos, like we said, it's one of the best secondaries in the NFL.
Yep.
Cam Ward, the Titans' rookie quarterback. I mean, when you're playing one of the best, man, it's hard to really make consistent plays. And he made a few plays, but not enough. Didn't really do enough to get them past.
I mean, the Titans, I thought they played actually okay. You know, they came in with this game with not a whole lot of expectations. But, I mean, Bo Nix, man, he kept on turning the ball over. He didn't play very well.
Yeah.
You know, 25 of 40, 176, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Like, you can't. I
will say the Titans did. They
did do that.
They're a field goal team, dude. And they need to be a touchdown team. You know? So if you're gonna win games in the NFL, they kicked 4 field goals. If one of those field goals is a touchdown, they potentially win this game. That's all
I don't understand what the Titans plan is. They had one of the best coaches in the league in Mike Vrabel, one of the most underappreciated coaches in the league. They had Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown. They didn't want to pay A.J. Brown. So they decided to trade him to the Eagles for a guy that's no longer on their roster, couldn't even make their practice squad in Trayvon Burks. And this is the thing that really kills me about the Titans. Calvin Ridley is 3 or 4 years older than A.J. Brown, and they signed Calvin Ridley to a contract that was worth more money than what they could have had A.J. Brown for. It doesn't make sense.
I mean,
I don't understand what the Titans are doing.
Yeah, 40 attempts is a lot.
Lockhart dude is absolutely right. The Broncos did go away from running the ball. I mean, look
Which
at that.
crazy. They ran it for 30. They ran it 30 times. I mean, J.K. Dobbins got 16 touches. It was just they just had a lot of offensive time. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying about the Titans is like the Titans would drive the field, get down there, settle for a field goal, not really waste a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Broncos would get a chance to go back out there. Like the Broncos ran a lot of offensive plays. I really can't say that I don't think you can say they went away from the run. They ran it 30 times for 151 yards. They just, like, honestly, the fact that they threw it 40 times was a little crazy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the
you got to mix it up.
You shouldn't have to throw the ball 40 times to beat the Titans. You know what I mean?
I don't
you
think
should
they
be able to just run the
beat them.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they did. They had a good time running the ball. I think I don't know. It's Sean Payton. You know how he is, dude. He wants to get his gunslinger slinging. And
yeah,
he'll do it. He'll do it to his own detriment.
He will.
But they win. I mean, they won this one. Just once again, that defense is very intimidating. The secondary you got to go through is sick. I mean, they got 6 sacks. They got 12 quarterback hits, 4 passes defended, 7 tackles for a loss, dude. Like, the Broncos defense is insane.
Yep.
All right.
Now we got to go.
Now we got to talk about one of the bigger games. Or sorry, no, we're going to quickly 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13.
Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries and he also had 9 catches.
Yeah. I mean, Christian McCaffrey back healthy. They're giving them the rock. I mean, their offensive line needs to gel a little bit more. You could see that in some of those runs. But besides that, I mean, you expect a close battle out of the 49ers Seahawks, and it lived up to the hype.
Sam Darnold didn't look that good. I mean, Brock Purdy didn't play great. He had 2 picks. But, he made the plays that he absolutely had to win the game.
But
he threw the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, he scored 2 touchdowns with his
I mean, Ricky Pearsall had 4 catches for over 100 yards. Yep. I mean, the Seahawks, they were 3 of 10 on 3rd down. Like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
The Niners were 7-14. That's 50% to the Seahawks 30%. You can't win games that way.
Nah, not consistently.
No.
And then, of course, this was one of the bigger games of the week. The Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. Of course, this is
wrong about this.
Dude, one. This has been the YouTube show of the Detroit Lions.
It absolutely has.
Seasons. And I mean, we both picked the Lions to win this one. I figured it would take a little bit of time for Micah Parsons to really get into the system to become a problem, and I was wrong.
They basically just said, like, back in high school, when your best athlete is on the field, they just say, see ball, get ball.
Yep.
That's what they did with Micah.
Yeah, 100%.
And he wrecked the Lions' rebuilt and young offensive line. The Lions have a new guard, center, guard. Their entire interior is brand new. I think they're all going to be really good, but it's going to take time to gel.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So,
young.
Yeah, they're young, and I really like Tate Ratledge. They've still got Glasgow. Obviously their tackles, Penei Sewell is maybe the best tackle in all of football. You can make that argument. But, I mean, the Packers, man, Jordan Love looked really good.
Jordan Love did look really good. And that's the big question for this team is, can Jordan Love be the captain to lead them to a good season? And if this game says anything, I mean, he showed up. He really showed up. They dominated, dude. It just felt like it was the Packers game the whole time. It felt like every time they wanted to, they could line up and run the ball.
Run the ball. And Jared Goff, he didn't play bad. It's just he was under pressure all day.
That's the Micah Parsons sack. Let's watch it again. And so one problem that I saw consistently with this young offensive line, this is something that you're gonna get out of young offensive lines, is in the NFL, defenses tend to run a lot of slants with their defensive linemen. So if you're going to watch this play, you're going to see these two gentlemen right here for the Packers. They're going to do an X slant. They're going to do an X stunt. So one's going to go in, the other one's going to go around. One of these guys is Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So you're going to see how he gets this. So Micah Parsons is the quick man. He goes in. The big guy is going to go around.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, both these guys are supposed to communicate with each other and make sure that they pass Micah to then go handle the guys twisting. And in that, you get miscommunication from the guard. Now he's blown off, and Micah Parsons is such a good athlete. He explodes like a running back through the hole. And just Jared Goff has no chance. Jared Goff is not that fast.
No, I mean, he's
all right. Yeah, you're right. You're correct, big dog. Michael Parsons.
It is Michael Parson. According to Jerry Jones, Michael Parson. And it's just, I mean, look, man, the Lions, I'm shocked to say this, they looked overmatched. This is a huge catch by Isaac Tesla, the rookie wide receiver. Like, they really seem to really, really like him. And you see why. But the Lions, they just look overmatched, man. But I think it really is. Losing the two coordinators certainly did not help.
Hey, we got taken down on YouTube.
Oh.
Damn. Well, I guess I'm going to end.